Hi, I'm Michelle Brain and I am the Midwife Hypnotist. Today I just want to talk about inductions, and what's happening at the moment in Australia is really out of control. We're finding that almost every birth that comes in are inductions. They're being induced for ridiculous reasons. Their baby's too small, their baby's too big. It's a Good Friday and let's have the baby on Thursday so that you can go home Good Friday and spend it with your family. Now, what I want women to understand is that intervention is intervention and it changes your birth. And when women talk about traumatic births, this is where a traumatic birth starts, with intervention. And as a midwife, I see this over and over and over. I see women listening to other people's stories, and yet they follow the same process. They choose an induction, which is going to change their labour, their journey, completely change it. So if you have an induction for no good reason, then you're asking initially that you're going to have pain relief, because when they start the syntocin drips, the pressure and the amount of contractions and the tightenings are too strong for the women. So then the doctor will suggest that you have an epidural. Now you're in a highly suggestible state because you're focused on that pain, those contractions. So you're highly suggestible. So whatever the doctors tell you to do, you will do it. Yes, yes, yes. That's how being suggestible does, instead of just shifting your focus. So if you go in for your antenatal classes and they suggest that you have a stretch and sweep or an induction a few days early, because it won't matter, then put your bubble of positivity up around you. This is your birth. This is a natural birth. If this is what you want, then put this up around you, because you are following in the footsteps of the women that have had the traumatic births. You are following them. They've had the induction, they've had the epidurals, the baby's got stuck, they've needed to have episiotomies, they've needed to have a vacuum, they've needed to have forceps, or they've had to go and have a C-section because this contracting was too much for the baby. It wasn't ready, number one, and two, it's the way that the syntocin works, the contractions are a lot stronger, a lot quicker, and your baby doesn't like that. Your baby wants to have a natural birth. So please, when you think about inductions, do your research. Please do your research. It is not just bringing your baby into the world early, it is changing your birth. And I'd like you to have the birth you want, not the one somebody decides to have for you because it's going to save the budget of the hospital. Check out my website, michellebrain.com.